Well, this is a question we've been asking on SABC News. How are the rolling blackouts affecting South Africans? This time from a safety point of view, as vast majority of security solutions rely on electricity. Many households in our country have alarm systems and automated gates. These, as well as surveillance cameras and electric fences, have been negatively impacted, and with blackouts on stage 3, there is not enough time for many of these systems to recharge. Jayed-Leigh Paulse is looking at the security risks in residential and commercial areas in Durban. Jayed, you've been on the story since the morning. What have you uncovered?
Well, a very good morning to you, Desiree, and to the viewers back at home. And yes, we've been crisscrossing Durban North, talking to residents here, asking them how has the load shedding not only affected them and impacted their livelihoods, but also what challenges are they finding. And what we are finding is that many are complaining about those automated gates and electric fences, and some are even saying that they have to leave their gates open because they worry that when the morning comes, they won't be able to get ready, take the kids to work, and also get out of the property. Well, I am standing with Marshall Security owner Tyron Powell, who's going to unlock and break down some of these myths for us and also help and assist, especially myself. I was locked out this morning, and many back at home with regards to those automated gates. Thank you so much for joining us, Tyron. I'm going to go straight into it. Since load shedding, have we seen a spike of criminal activity here in this area, particularly Durban North, all the way up until Morningside?
Yeah, we have seen a bit of a spike since September. We can't directly attribute it to load shedding, but because we obviously have the pandemic that we've been dealing with, and the crime did spike after that. We've also, with the riots and that we had, the looting, that also did spark it a bit, but it is on the increase, and it's not going to get any better, I don't think.
Now, many residents that we spoke to complained about the automated gates, the electric fences giving in, batteries are just not charging to this fullest potential because we are experiencing so many blackouts and levels. We went from level 2 to level 3, level 4. We might go possibly back to level 3 now, I'm told. Just in terms of what residents can do, because many are leaving their gates open.
Yeah, so look, it is a big problem for us. Batteries obviously have a lifespan and only have so many cycles in them. So what we're finding is that with load shedding, they actually, the lifespan of them is diminishing. So they're not lasting through the whole load shed. It's a constant problem we're having, and we're having to do a lot of upgrades of battery systems and things like that. But people that also don't maintain their batteries, and they don't last forever. You have to look after them, and we're probably finding a couple of months they're lasting, whereas before they would last a couple of years before load shedding.
Okay. So in terms of keeping residents safe, security, just from a security point of view, what can residents do to make sure that they are also safe? Because, I mean, many that we spoke to say they're just simply leaving their gates open because they are worried that they might not get out of their premises come the morning.
Yeah, look, we're encouraging our customers to service their systems. That's one thing that's a big problem in the industry, is people don't maintain their alarm systems. They don't service them. Like I say, it's electronic products, so it doesn't last forever, and it does need to be maintained. So we're trying to encourage people to have their systems tested at least every 6 months or so, 6 months to a year. Have your systems tested, and to make sure that they are in working condition.
And then for those back at home who are listening and are fearful when we're having load shedding in early hours of the morning, just in terms of a safety point of view, the electric fences and so forth, making sure that, like you say, they service the batteries, but also with regards to the electric fence, what should they do? Should they be switching off their alarms? Should they be leaving it on? We have that, that very loud beeping that happens throughout the night. Can you just give some of the clients some advice with regards to what they should do?
So look, the best thing, just make sure your alarm system is taken care of and your battery is adequate to hold your whole system through the load shed. What we have is people get a basic alarm system and they have a small battery put on it, and then they do additions to the alarm system, but they don't do additions to the battery and put bigger batteries in that. So then it doesn't hold through the whole load shed. So we encourage people to make sure that their systems are running, and that make sure they arm their systems. You'd be surprised how many people we go out to, they've had a positive break-in and their alarm system wasn't armed at the time. I think people just get a bit complacent when things are fine. Everybody just they go into like sleep mode with it, and then later on they have an incident where their house gets broken into or something gets stolen out of their yard or whatever. They don't arm it because they don't arm their system.
Okay. And then last, Tyron, are you finding that your men are going out more so than often now, especially during this blackout period where we're finding a lot of load shedding happening throughout the day? I mean, we've experienced load shedding here in this particular area. One resident was saying 3-4 times now.
Yeah, look, we are getting a lot more call-outs in that because people are not maintaining the systems, and we get false signals when the batteries go down. So now our guys are responding out to those, and it's inundating us with calls. Our control room gets super busy at that time, and it's I don't think any security company in South Africa can cope with the load shedding. So if everybody just maintained their systems, we wouldn't have those false alarms coming in, and we could then attend to serious crimes and stuff, or anything that is genuinely in progress and not all these false alarms.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for breaking that down for us. Tyron Powell from Marshall Security, the owner there, just talking to us, basically saying that we need to make sure that we maintain our alarm systems, maintain our electric fences, Desiree, as well as our automated gates. Many people complaining that during the load shedding, they find that they simply cannot get out of their premises because their batteries have died. But Tyron saying there that every 6 months, make sure that you have a look at it and you make sure that it's working and in good use. Desiree, it's back to you.
So many different impacts with this rolling blackouts, but thank you so much, Jade, for that latest.